Asura. Asura.
Cool.
Thank you. If you want to do it to yourself, you know where to find it. All right, and we are gonna close out with dude JM the Thriller Priest. Inside info on Backlash.
I know what it is. Sounds good, man. Backlash took place in Chicago, home of CM Punk. So I mean, yeah, walking into Chicago, we'll see how this pans out. So I am not gonna spend all the entire time talking about every match. I'm gonna put out the 3 that stuck out for me.
All right.
1, the tag team title match with Breezango against the Usos. I mean, they done it very well. I mean, with the lead up, with the vignette, with Tyler Breeze going undercover as a janitor to steal the hoodie of the Usos, and the cut of vignette about how
it's like telenovelas.
It really was. It worked out so well, man. It was awesome. Definitely threw me back to days in which I went to my buddy's house, and where his mom would watch the Bellas at like 7 p.m. at night. So it definitely it brought that element to it. So the fashion police were just dissecting the fact that the Usos had bad fashion. So the music hits, and Tyler Breeze comes out to the ring still in costume as a janitor, undercover janitor who stole the shirt to the ring, and he's fighting in costume. So in disguise while Fandango is just doing his Fandango thing. So he's undercover as a janitor. Then he gets knocked off the ring. Then he does a quick change under the ring to come out as a grandma, old lady, during the match. So this guy had 2 costume changes during the match.
Jeez, I was hoping he'd finish out in the first one and be like, I'm going to clean up your act.
It was awesome. And the Usos, for the credit for them, I mean, they're older guys now. For them to be able to push these young guys and make them look well, it was just awesome. I thought it was a damn good match. And let me backtrack a little bit. Yep. Last night was just a lot of sports happening, and I had 3 desired outcomes. The Celtics to win, for Breezango to get the tag team titles, and for Jinder Mahal to get the world title. I got 2 out of 3, and unfortunately,
it's not a bad night.
It's not a bad night, and unfortunately, Breezango couldn't get the job done. But I mean, it was still a great match overall. I mean, it was very well done. It was very well done. It really, Breezango. It was done very, very well, and the Usos, they just did a pretty good match.
Breezango.
Exactly. Second match, Owens and AJ Styles. I thought it was done the best way it possibly could so it didn't get stale. It ended on a countout with AJ Styles' leg getting trapped. So apparently he got thrown into the announce table. Yeah. His leg got stuck in the hole where the monitor goes for the announce table, and wrapped up in wire. So Owens took a shortcut right into the ring and won by a count out. So the audience is pissed, but it does good for Owens' character because it just makes him like a scumbag that he won by any means necessary.
Balls, brother. I didn't know the count out was still a thing.
It's one of those sort of things where if you do it well, it works.
Yeah, they only use it when they want to.
Yeah.
It's like a gimmick kind of thing.
If
like
they're using
like
hardcore rules, they don't do countouts.
Exactly.
Anymore, right? Yeah, but
exactly.
If it's a standard match, they're still doing the countout.
Absolutely, but most matches don't finish with a countout.
Yeah.
It's just recently where I see SmackDown and NXT
think it was
using it a little
that,
bit.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's going to count now because we got to write it into the storyline.
Yeah, exactly. It was going to be written to add to Owens' scumbag persona, and it did very well.
Yeah, that's a great character choice.
Folks are looking at like, oh, come on, AJ Styles didn't win, but it's like, Owens is a scumbag sort of dude, so he still walked away with the win. So it's like, it makes him look even more like a scumbag, which is still a win for his character. Yeah. So I mean, I thought it was one of those. I'm mad, but I'm like, hey, it's still good for the story, so I'm not too mad.
So back to like pro wrestling on the NES, where you just keep smacking the dude in the side of the ring until it reaches 8 seconds.
Yep, and then you jump back in.
Yeah,
pretty much one of those sort of scenarios.
Okay, let me ask you then, just as like an observer of television.
Yes.
There, did it look like he genuinely caught his foot there? Or was it
it was definitely wrapped up in there.
He's like faking. I tripped again. Oh no, I'm getting close to 10.
No, it was definitely in there. What I'm thinking is when the camera probably cut away, one of the announcers probably helped tie it in there real quick. I mean, it's just what it is, man. Everybody's in the act, man. I think I mentioned the last pay-per-view I was here, but I said I felt that the fans got a little too rowdy when
popcorn guy elbowed him. I know.
When Reigns was quote unquote spitting up blood.
Hot dogs, kendo sticks. Hot dogs, kendo sticks.
You're a mess. Apparently, the camera caught the ref passing the blood bag to Reigns for Reigns to put it in his mouth. The camera caught it. That's like, bruh. So he's like, he comes to he's like, you okay? You all right? And he's walking to him. You can see him handing it. You can see Reigns grab it.
That's the worst hand-to-hand ever.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
That guy's never done a drug deal in his life.
It's horrible. It's like, come on, ref.
Wait, was this on a pay-per-view?
It was the after pay-per-view, like backstage, whatever happened sort of thing. Like, you want to see this happen. So if you got the network, you're tuning in. So you're like, okay, what's happening now? Oh man, Reigns is limping in the back. The refs are checking up on him. You see the ref just kind of pass it to him. He just kind of takes it, turns his back, shoves his mouth real quick. It was bad.
That's messy, dude. That is messy.
How does this skew your opinion?
It don't skew my opinion at all. I mean, it's one of those. I mean, I'm a pro wrestling fan, so I get it. I get this is what you do. I'm probably just kind of like, man, that was a little sloppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just one of those sort of things. Like it's what it is, man. I get it. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I know what I'm walking into.
That is messy live theater, though.
But it was exactly. It was messy live theater.
We will also have blood bags,
but we're a lot better at sneaking them in, though.
Put a stake through your heart. It got my heart close to my armpit. That's why you can, God.
Everybody's gonna die like Paul Rubens at the end of the original Buffy movie.
I pass now.
You got what's the third match you got, bro?
The third match is Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton for the title. So when the match started out, it was just one of those, oh man, come on, don't tell me this is what's going to happen. That Randy Orton's going to bowl over this guy. This build-up was for nothing. My last review would have been garbage because I harped on the fact that all these people were mad that Mahal's getting a push and they're moving to the India market, blah blah blah. But nah, man, Mahal squeaked it out. It was just
I watched this part too. You know, it was he gave the double DDT. To those dudes,
Oh man, back to those guys, man. Adams referred to the Singh brothers who took a double DDT. Randy Orton's signature hanging man's DDT, where their legs hang off the second rope, and he just DDTs. We did a double one, which was great. But before that, man, and go to the Geek Down Facebook page because I just posted it. It is a shot of Randy Orton doing a side suplex to one of the Singh brothers. The Singh brothers are mind you,
lands on the back of his head.
Lands on the back of his head.
But
the table doesn't break.
But Orton's face after this, and he just goes, oof. Just does this, wins like, oh my.
I just destroyed him.
He landed on his neck. And it was just the acknowledgement, but that's the playful, like, kind of part of it, too. And you're like, yeah, it's funny.
It's
right?
like, we're going to need another guy.
Yeah. Where can we get more of those little Indian guys? I broke one, yeah.
Right after that guy then turns around and takes that double DDT. He's like, come on, man. Give that guy a cruiserweight title shot.
Or an ice pack, yeah.
At least an ice pack.
That's a trooper.
But, I mean, Mahal won.
They killed Kenny.
Pretty much. Mahal caught him with his finishing move, the sleeper drop. I can't remember what it's called. Cobra Clutch Slam, and he won. Of course, he's getting a lot of heat, like I mentioned before, that he probably would get, that he probably will end up getting heat, but the fact that, there was a crappy build-up, I got into a little Facebook beef. It is kind of weird, my Facebook profile page has me in a collar on, so it's like
you're beefing over wrestling, people out,
beefing over wrestling, because granted, I said a strong statement, but I think there's truth to it. I said, you know what, most of the criticism toward this dude, more often than not, is based on race, considering the fact that there are other guys who clearly weren't nearly as built up, who had horrible mic skills, but still walked with the championship. And now everybody's screaming at the fact that this guy got the championship where there was a 6-week build-up. It is only because he's Indian and da-da-da-da. He doesn't deserve it. I'm like, come on, man. We have a lot of guys who've been world champion who clearly didn't deserve it. Give this guy a run. And
I don't know, man. They took her job.
Pretty much.
Was that the Macho Man coming back from the grave to be American?
That was the South Park episode they were talking about.
Gerbs. Yeah. Oh, is that with the pile?
Yeah, Macho Man appeared in that episode.
Oh, yeah. Back to the pile.
Hilarious. But overall, I think it was a good pay-per-view. I mean, mind you, it's a SmackDown doing it. So SmackDown historically has done a great job. And I like the fact that they're doing what we complained that they weren't doing, is building up new stars. And with Mahal, they're building up a new star. We'll see where it goes. Granted, I think a lot of pro wrestling fans are happy because, like, new guy, new face. Let's see where this goes.
I just think my thing with the fans they just got too smart for their own good. Like the smart and quote fans, it's like, oh, we want to dictate how the storyline goes. We're going to do it by rejecting whoever you pitch at us, or it just seems like it's like smelling their own farts.
I think so too. I think it's a lot of those WWE based fans who are like, no, we don't want you to push that guy. We should push this guy.
Exactly.
It's like, nah, come on.
Just enjoy it. You're watching this, obviously fake thing. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Just go with it. Just eat what they're telling you to eat. You have to eat vegetables sometimes.
Pretty much.
You got the most. These are horrible analogies.
I'm riding with you on that, but I agree. I'd be like, listen, this is what you're giving me. I'd rather take this because when you take a guy like Roman Reigns, you still haven't accepted him yet. It's like, come on, man.
Right.
What is this guy
He's
got
not
to do?
going anywhere either. You know what I mean? He's going to be there.
He's going to be there. He's going to forever have a job.
Yeah.
But I mean, you give a guy like Jinder Mahal a shot. Let's see where it goes, man. and I'm excited for it. So overall, this pay-per-view, definitely check it out, man. It's definitely worth it. SmackDown does great work. I mean, Raw is blah. So at this point, let's see where it goes. Dave Meltzer, who's like a guru in pro wrestling, stated that, you know what? Quote, it's not surprising to us. It really wasn't. I mean, if you were really a pro wrestling fan, this should have been a surprise to you. If you're a pro wrestling fan, if you're a WWE fan, maybe it was surprising. That's why you're bitter and angry. Wow. And that's pretty much the people who I'm arguing with on Facebook. Right. WWE fans.
I got your back, dude.
Thank you for those harsh words, my brother. We are just about out of time. I want to thank you all for joining us for another episode of the Geek Down here on WEMFradio.com. Hopefully you're watching this. If you weren't, or you